Kang the Conqueror has a very different look depending on which variant you are dealing with in the comics. Oddly enough, Victor Timely is probably the most normal looking of them all. Instead of being a con artist at the turn of the 19th century, like he appears in Loki, Victor Timely in the comics is a captain of industry set to conquer the 20th century through his business dealings. Victor was not originally supposed to be a Kang variant, but as time went on and Marvel retconned more and more characters to be versions of Kang the Conqueror, Victor Timely was ripe for the picking. He founded the town of Timely, Wisconsin, which would go on to eventually become Chronopolis, Kang's base of operations. Overall, Victor was a powerful variant who chose a more subtle method of conquering. So, just how does Victor Timely connect to the variants we have already seen? Take He Who Remains, for example. The Conqueror at the end of time would seem to have little in common with an inventor from the 1800s, besides being played by the same actor. It seems as though He Who Remains saw something special in Victor Timely, as according to Miss Minutes, Victor was part of his plan all along. It was his plot to have his Victor variant be the one recruited by Miss Minutes and Ravonna, the one needed by Loki and Mobius to save the TVA, and the one whose life Sylvie would actually spare. Kang the Conqueror, on the other hand, is an entirely different story from He Who Remains. While He Who Remains was victorious in the multiversal war teased in Loki Season 1, Kang the Conqueror was not. As a punishment, he was exiled by the Council of Kangs, which is where we meet him in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Many believe that Victor Timely could turn out to be a past version of He Who Remains, or Kang the Conqueror, or simply another variant in either of their plots. Kang the Conqueror, He Who Remains, and Victor Timely could all be vastly different characters, or they could all literally be the same person, and I don't mean variants. He Who Remains said he has lived a million lifetimes, which could be a metaphor or the real deal. Perhaps his plan is to wake Victor Timely up and make him remember his life as He Who Remains, ready to control the TVA once again. How important do you think Victor Timely will be in the Kang dynasty?